Did you know that 80% of people who win the lottery go back to being broke in less than 5 years? How can someone win millions and lose it all? The answer lies in mindset. And the most shocking part, most people are programmed to be poor without even realizing it. Now, before you think this is just another empty motivational talk, listen to this. A study by Harvard Business School tracked hundreds of entrepreneurs for over 10 years. You know what the most common factor was among those who became millionaires? It wasn't IQ, college, or connections. It was the way they thought, mindset. And today, you're going to understand exactly how that works, with a real story, 3 practical steps, and a warning that could change your financial life forever. Most people live with a mental program they inherited from their parents, school, society. We grow up hearing phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or health is what really matters. Nothing against health, of course. But if you believe that money is dirty or hard to get, guess what? You'll sabotage yourself. Every time, without noticing. And that's why today I want to tell you James's story. James grew up in a modest neighborhood in Chicago. Absent father. His mom worked 2 jobs. They lived paycheck to paycheck. As a kid, James would watch his neighbor, Mr. Thompson, pull into his driveway with a different car every year. One year it was a BMW, the next a Tesla. James thought it was magical, but he always heard his mom say, "Those rich folks, their time will come." James grew up believing that being rich was dangerous, that there had to be some shady trick behind it, that money brought problems. Still, at 17, James started selling candy at school. He made money, but spent it all. At 20, he tried to launch a t-shirt e-commerce store. It did well at first, but he gave up after the first supplier issue. Then, he started a YouTube channel. It grew quickly, but he stopped because he didn't believe he could make a living from it. He was smart, hard-working, but he always found a way to self-sabotage. Until one day, unemployed and living in his grandmother's basement, he listened to a podcast. The guest was a billionaire who said, "Poverty is the default. Wealth requires reprogramming." That hit him hard. James began studying the minds of the rich. He read every book, watched interviews, went to therapy, meditated, and most importantly, started changing the way he thought about money. In less than 3 years, James built a financial education company with 8-figure revenue. But the money was just a side effect. What really changed? His mindset. So the question is, how do you reprogram your mind for wealth? Here are the 3 steps that transformed James's life and can transform yours too. 1. Break the scarcity cycle. Most people have a scarcity mindset. They think, if I spend, I'll run out. If he won, I lost. That creates fear. And fear paralyzes. Rich people think differently. They understand that money is abundant, that there are more opportunities today than ever before in history. That money flows to those who solve problems. A practical tip. Every time you think, I can't afford this, switch it to, how can I afford this? The first phrase shuts doors. The second opens possibilities. It may sound simple, but that shift in wording literally rewires your brain. It activates your creative side, not your fear side. 2. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. Make a list of the things you heard about money growing up, like money is the root of all evil. Now replace them with more useful truths, like money amplifies who you already are, because it's true. A jerk with money becomes a bigger jerk. But a generous person with money can change the world. Repeat those new phrases every day, out loud, Write them on your mirror. Sounds silly? Maybe. But your brain learns through repetition. You were programmed for years with negative beliefs. It'll take some effort to reprogram them. 3. Model those who've made it. James realized he didn't need to reinvent the wheel. He just had to follow in the footsteps of those who had already done it. You want to make money? Find someone who already does and study them like your life depends on it. Because, in a way, it does. Read their biographies, watch their videos, join their communities, and if possible, pay for mentorship. Rich people don't see that as an expense. They see it as an investment. Every dollar invested in your mind comes back multiplied. And one more thing, stop looking for shortcuts. Every time someone says, "Get rich in 7 days," know that's a lie. Wealth doesn't come from speed. It comes from direction and consistency